Hey YouTube, Red Eyes 115 here, bring you another Duel Links video. Now, I'm not doing a webcam in this video just because I'm tired, just waking up. But at least this time, unlike the Bakura video I tried to upload, my voice and audio is actually in the video. But that's besides the point. I'm just here to let you know that Sora is now available to unlock in Arc 5 world, and this is exactly how you do it. Now, to unlock Sora, you basically have to do like you do in the other events and collect the item. This time the items is lollipops. And basically you get these lollipops by dueling NPCs in Duel World. You also can get them by doing your PvP matches in Duel Links because once a day you will end up earning the lollipops right here, 48, so that would give you more points. And the reason you want to farm these lollipops because if the character is not spawned into Duel World with event over the name like Yuya is currently, then you can battle them at the gate to earn the points needed to actually unlock the character in the event. Now, when you come here, you will have Sora here at level 10. You can keep challenging him every time you defeat him at a higher level, and the higher level you defeat him, the more points you get towards the event. Now, basically, to officially get Sora in the event, you will need a total of 370,000 points. And then you have to defeat Yuya in Arc 5 World, which it's having me do now. Now, anyway, that's how you unlock the character. Let's go into a match against Yuya and actually get Sora unlocked and some cringy dialogue. We actually gonna play his deck so you know what he's all about if you're interested in trying his deck out and building it. Now, for those of you who don't know, Sora plays a deck called Frifers. Well, I call them Fluffles because other side of the deck. But anyway, the deck's whole scheme is to use a Edgent monster and a Fluffle monster and fuse them together to make a Fifer. Now, this deck is really powerful for the simple fact that, most of its extra deck consists of the abilities of attacking multiple times based on the number of fusion material, and then the other gimmick is to essentially deal burn damage, but that's only one of them. I believe Sheep also does burn damage, but we won't be getting Sheep in Duel Links even in a box yet. We'll get them eventually probably, but not off the rip. But anyway, our starting hand right here seems like we got Fluffle Dog. When this costs no more special summon from the hand, you can add one Edge of Saber or a Fluffle monster from your deck to your hand, except this card. Now that's a good starting off card. Like in a deck, I'll probably run Dog at 2, like even for Master Duel. Let's see. Okay, this card to declare an attack, but when it does, you can add an edge chain from your deck to your hand. Now, basically, you want to have a good amount of edge monsters because most of the deck needs you to have them in play. But what I believe the play is here is to summon Fluffle Dog. Yes, use the effect for when it's normal or special summon. And here we're gonna actually search for Owl, I believe. We're gonna go ahead and activate the Toy Vendor. Now, Toy Vendor is a good card in the deck because you can discard a card and draw a card, and if you drew into a Fluffle card, you can special summon to the field for free. So let's see if our luck is in favor right now. Lit. And off of that effect, we're going to special summon the Owl. Use the Owl's effect, search Poly from our deck, add it to our hand. Oh, Toy Vendor does have a graveyard effect. This card is sensitive where you can add one Edge Imp or Fluffle monster. So yeah, see we got recyclability in the deck as well. I actually forgot about that effect because it's been a while since I even played this deck in the TCG. So what does this card do? Because I don't think I used it in the TCG. Fluffle Wings. If this card is in the graveyard you control. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Fluffle monster in your graveyard, banish it, and if you do, draw one card. Okay, so it's drawability. Nice. I guess what we're gonna get off of here is the OG Edgem Saber. Like this card is really good because you can discard a card and actually take a card from your hand, sit on top of your deck, and spell summon this from the grave. Now we're actually gonna use that poly. And well, I would say Frightful Bear is the boss monster, but it's not really. This is his final level up reward, I believe. But let's go into Frightful Bear just for principle.
Edge of sharpness and fury of bear. When the two come together, you had better beware.
Bars.
Here it comes. The most unbearable monster you've ever seen.
I'm tired of the pun now. Okay, I was right. So this one is considered his boss monster. It's the one that got the summoning animation. Funny animation, okay. But this monster's effect is when this card destroys an opponent monster by battling and send it to the graveyard, you can equip that monster to this card as an equip spell with this effect. The equipped monster gains 1,000 attack. But that will literally be the end of our starting play. So, as you can see, Frightful Bear can be an annoying threat if you don't deal with it off the rip. But pendulums get around this card just because it won't go to the grave. Because I believe the card can be sent to the grave. That's how, it has to get sent to the grave. So, since pendulums go to the extra deck, Frightful Bear can't take advantage of the effect. Alright, destroy, search. And so far I haven't ran into any problematic cards dueling against Yuya, so I'm not gonna say anything about his deck really in this video, just because, at least personally to me, there isn't anything noteworthy to be like, oh, you should definitely watch out for. Let's get dog, get the searching again. Let's search for cat this time because cat can also get us a poly. Then let's go ahead and go into battle. Probably should have put Owl on defense, but yeah, still short. But next turn we should be able to win.
What happened? I end my turn.
I gotta have heart if I want to win. It's my turn. I draw. I set the pendulum scale.
Scale 8.
Pendulum
And what's
summon
the
a
scale?
monster.
2 or 3. Okay. So you can summon monsters level 7 through 4.
Turn up the heat. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon.
Now we might be in some trouble.
I know what to do. I activate.
Because Allah is going to be able to hit us with double damage.
Odd Eyes
Oh
Pendulum
boy.
Dragon. Time for the big
Wow. Okay, so Odd Eyes is the one card you need to look out for. But I'll be back once we actually beat Yuya.
by dual tainting.
I can't believe I lost just like an anime though.
I fusion summon a monster. Show yourself, Frightful Daredevil. No! Frightful Daredevil, attack!
Alright, and now after a second attempt,
I win.
we win.
My monster attacks you directly.
Now let's go to the do some crunchy voice acting and look at Sora's level up and unlock rewards. and skills. When I heard that, Duel Links were, so sorry. When I heard that Duel Links was where duelists worldwide come to play, I thought most of them wouldn't be much competition. But boy, was I wrong. These duelists are amazing. I can't wait to duel. And I won't hold back. Edge of sharpness and fury of bear. When the two come together, you had better beware. Fusion summon. Here it comes, the most unbearable monster you ever seen. Fight for a bear! That's a unique voice, so I know I couldn't remember it, but I just try to have the same energy without stumbling too much. I'm putting everyone on notice. Prepare to face the best fusion summoning you've ever seen. The deck's good. I wouldn't call it the best fusion summoning, but because you can't use fusion substitutes with this deck. Because it's really specific and to the point where it has to be an edge monster or a fluffle monster. And most of the fusion substitute cards out there generally say it has to be the right of the monster. Well, it replaces the monster that's listed on the card. But since a specific monster is listed, you can't use fusion substitute with most of the fight for monsters. Some of them you can, not all of them. Obtain the skill, the most unbearable monster. I'm pretty sure that adds his fight for monster, fight for bear. Of course, it's telling us that Fight for Bear will be a part of the new box that will be available on the 30th that they announced. And that's been leaked on Duel Links Meta. But anyway, let's go to Sora and look at his unlocks and level up rewards.
Teach you how powerful fusion summoning is.
So, like the game said, once you unlock him, you get the skill, the most unbearable monster. And it will add Fight for Bear to your deck, Edge Him Saber, and Fluffle Bear. And it will also have Polymerization and Fight for Fusion. So this is a pretty good starting off skill for him. But let's see, at the beginning of the duel, add one Fight for Bear to your extra deck. The following effects can be used before you draw. Your life points decrease by 1,500 instead of conducting your normal draw. Randomly add one Edge Him Saber, Fluffle Bear, Polymerization, or Fight for Fusion to your hand from outside your deck. During the turn this skill is used, you cannot spell summon any monster except fighters. Okay, so I see while I've been busy on Master Duel Links basically learned to keep it where people can simply Cosmic Cyclone the skills, and also learned how to lock skills has deck specific. So overall, still good, just can't be abused. Yes, easily. See, then we have Fluffle Owl. As you've seen in the L I took, this card allows us to search poly when there's no more special summons. So this is an easy 2 of or 1 of in the deck, your choice. Then we have Edge Him Saber. Basically, this is the main one you'll be running just because it can recycle itself from the grave. The only downside is you're going to be stacking your deck to where you won't see your next card for a minute if you keep using this. But if you come off with Toy Vendor, then it's really beneficial still. Then, okay, we get a copy of Fight for Bear at level 19. We get a S/U ticket. At level 13, we have another skill here. Oh, Draw Sense Dark. Not going to go over it. It's generic. Okay, then we get a copy of Toy Vendor. So, as you already know, discard a card, draw a card. If it's a Fluffle, special summon. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add an Edge Him Saber or Fluffle monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, and then we at the point where it repeats. We get a new skill at level 20, Bear Parade. Each of the following effects can be used once per turn and once per duel by selecting one Fight for Bear you control. Select one monster in your opponent's graveyard and equip it to this card. It's an equip card. This card equip counts has been equipped by its effect. During the turn, the selected monster gains an additional attack for each card it has equipped. I like the skill. Like, this probably be the one I'd be going for. It's nice. Especially since Fight for Bear's effect, it's a flat 1,000. No matter how weak the monster is, and plus it gives the monster an extra attack. So that's lit right there. Alright, that's all of his normal level rewards. Now let's look for skills that are exclusive to him. For example, this one I'm noticing right here called Creature of Calamity. Does it add Chimera to us? Let's see. Can be used on turn 3 and onward. Reveal 1 Frightful Fusion monster in your extra deck and then send up to 2 fusion material with different names that are listed on it to the graveyard. During the turn you use the skill, you cannot normal or special summon any monsters, fair enough. Nor activate the monster. Now that part's a little bit unfair. But basically what it's saying is you get to fusion summon for free, from what I'm understanding. So that's a good skill. It's just like the monster is going to be heavily nerfed on whatever you bring out using that skill. Factory operations can be used before your normal draw if you have 3 or more fusion monsters with different names in your graveyard instead of conducting your normal draw. Play one face-up fight for factory from outside your deck. This skill can only be used for turn. Okay, what Fight for Factory does is you can banish 1 poly spell card or fusion spell from your graveyard except the Fusion Rave motion. Fusion summon 1 Fight for Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or your side of the field as fusion material. This card is sent to the graveyard. You can target one of your banished Fight for Fusions added to your hand. You only use the effect of Fight for Factory once per turn. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. I wonder, is this the same one I just read? Yeah, it's the same one I just read. Okay. Fairy Smile. I'm not. Yeah, okay, that's next. Okay, Fusion Restock. Can be used if you control a fusion monster. You can return to the bottom of your deck 1 polymerization spell card or fusion spell card that is banished or in your graveyard. Oh. So this can be used in any fusion deck. There's not a restriction that says it can't. So, yeah, this is a really powerful skill for fusion decks that trying to get their fusion spell back. Like, I'm just imagining reusing Miracle Fusion for heroes or etc. Different stuff like that in my head. But, yeah, this is a powerful skill for a fusion based deck. Okay, generic. Try to counter my moves. Select 1 Fight for Fusion monster that you control. It gains a 500 attack until the end of the turn. Monsters your opponent control gains 500 attack during your opponent's next turn. Okay, so you get 500, your opponent get 500. So if you want to feel your opponent hopefully don't have nothing left or have nothing they can play, it's a alright skill, but one that might see played like I think it'd be weird to see someone play this skill. But anyway, that's Sora. That's his level up rewards, and that's how you unlock him. I'm hoping to get back to consistently uploading soon. Just been working. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.